So thank you for joining us, guys, and welcome to our OEM webinar network. And this is part of a joint venture with Teledyne Photometric, Prior Scientific, and Crest Optic. So thank you for joining us and our amazing panelists along the top. So the idea with this is that you'll see a short presentation from all four companies about our OEM solutions and how they integrate together. And then there'll be a Q&A session at the end. If any questions pop into your head as the webinar is going, please there's a Q&A tab along the bottom. So please type your questions in and please make it clear who you're asking your question to, makes it easier to answer. And we'll try and answer as many as we can. This session is being recorded, so if we can't answer your questions live, we will answer them as soon as we can after the webinar. And we'll also send out an email to you guys in a couple of days with a link to watch this or download it or share it or put it on your websites, whatever you want to do with it. So if you sit back and enjoy, I will play our presentations and then we'll see you on the other side.
We are Cooled, an established UK-based designer and manufacturer of LED illumination systems. We supply OEM partners and researchers across the globe. For over 15 years, we've helped accelerate the move away from mercury and metal halide lamps. Our LED technology offers our partners the benefits of energy efficient, long lifetime illumination that's easy to control and simple to integrate. At the heart of our offering is our LED technology platform, engineered for precision, stability, and flexibility. Our designs allow for single or multi-channel systems covering wavelengths from UV to the near-infrared and into SWIR. We have fast TTL switching, USB control, stable output, which make our systems ideal for OEM integration. And unlike traditional mercury and metal halide lamps, LEDs consume far less energy and produce very little waste. And what makes Cooled really stand out is how flexible we are when working with OEM partners. We don't just deliver a light source, we adapt to your system. That means you can focus on your core technology while we ensure your illumination is reliable, consistent, and future-proof. Our systems power a broad range of life science and industrial imaging applications, including things like fluorescence microscopy, confocal and spinning disk microscopy, optogenetics and neuroscience, high-throughput screening, metrology and defect inspection, or semiconductor wafer inspection. We focus on building a long-term collaboration that helps your system succeed over and over again. And we understand the importance of reliability, documentation, and lifecycle support, which makes integration smoother for engineers and product managers alike. Our dedicated OEM team works closely with partners from initial concept to the finished system.
Hi, my name is Marina, and I am the Global Business Development Manager for Life Sciences here at Cooled. So my role is that I work with you to understand your needs, your pain points, and your blue sky wish lists for your OEM product. Then I liaise with our technical teams, and together we devise a solution. We all work together to nail down a concept, to create a prototype for you to test. We then progress from there until you have your own custom light source, giving your product a cutting edge in an ever more competitive market.
Now, because our products are designed for seamless control and integration, they pair effortlessly with cameras, objectives, filter wheels and automation systems. And products from partners like Crest Optics, Teledyne and Prior Scientific, we can create a complete OEM imaging platform. We are so proud to be part of this network, and we'd love to talk to you about how we can bring your next system to light.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this webinar, OEM Network Integrated Solution for Advanced Application. My name is Sonia Montanari, and I'm a trade marketing manager here at Crest Optics. This webinar will explore our unique business models, where we empower your brand with our cutting-edge technology. Crest Optics was founded in 2011. It's located in Rome, and it's a dynamic and innovative provider of microscopy solutions. We primarily serve research labs, pharmaceutical companies, and biotech firms through an indirect partnership model, leveraging three core approaches. ODM, supplying Crest Optics branded spinning disc confocal and super resolution system. OEM, providing custom design optical components for partner products. And hybrid solutions, seamlessly integrating our technologies with partner imaging platforms. Now let's look forward into the three fundamental approaches to industrial development at Crest Optics, outlining our strategic interconnecting pillars for innovation and how we ensure sustained growth and relevance. The first pillar is product evolution, incremental improvements. This represents our commitment to the continuous development of core and established technologies for short to mid-term objectives. It's about refining what we do best and making our existing highly successful spinning disc platforms even better. The second pillar is portfolio expansion, which focuses on breakthrough technologies and markets. This involves pursuing more disrupting advancement in technology development to support business sustainability in the long run. This is where we explore novel concepts and push the boundaries of microscopy. The third pillar is project for industrial partners and advanced integrators. This involves the development of custom solutions for clients with special needs and for specific applications. We focus on the adaptation of existing Crest Optics system to fit your needs. This allows for the seamless integration of our technology into your microscope and your software. We also offer flexible co-branding and white label solutions to meet your specific market and brand requirements. You can easily add confocal or super resolution capabilities to your product line without the need for extensive in-house development. Our approach leads to reduced investment and a faster time to market for new products. And you gain access to our proven reliable technology, which is optimized specifically for your platform. And the next 3 slides will give you some examples. I would like to begin with a key partnership with Tissue Gnostic and showcases their Tissue Fax Q family of confocal systems. These systems are designed for high-resolution tissue cytometry, which is essential for detailed analysis in many research labs. These systems are available in multi-configuration to fit a variety of lab setups and research needs. The second example is our hybrid partnership with TomoCube. Their HTX1 Plus holotomography system is an exceptional platform. Together, we have created a truly integrated, stable, and high-performance correlative solution. And to achieve this, Crest Optics optimized the design of the X-Lite V2 spinning disc confocal. That's a perfect example on how a hybrid partnership model works. We provide the core technology. Our partner delivers a groundbreaking, comprehensive solution to the market. Another powerful example is the partnership with MBF Bioscience to create the Vesalius system, which is built for fast confocal imaging. It's ideal for performing quantitative imaging analysis using the latest AI technology and integrating with software like Stereo Investigator and NeuroLucidary. While our advanced integrator model offers a fast and effective way to adapt our existing technology to your needs, some projects require a more fundamental foundation approach. For the visionary ideas, we have an OEM model that provides custom and complete customization for the ground up. Our OEM business is all about providing technology for third-party partners. We specialize in development of custom solutions for your clients with special needs and for specific application. The core of our business model is the promise of a complete customization in terms of specification, control, and design. And at the heart of this, what we call the power of a silent partner. We provide you the high-performance optical, mechanical, and electronic components that form the very much foundation of your product. To maintain full control of the final product, you will do the branding and the customer relationship, while our technology acts as the powerful, reliable engine within. So our final message is very clear. It's a call to action. Partner with us to advance your microscopy. We give you the tools to enhance your product line and bring your visionary ideas to life. Thank you all for joining us today. To stay informed about our ongoing innovation, please visit our website, subscribe to our newsletter, contact us directly, and don't forget to follow us on social media. We also invite you to explore the OEM network created by QLED. It's your trusted directory for sourcing critical components in life science and more. They connect you with curated lists of top suppliers to simplify and accelerate your OEM search. Finally, I want to extend a sincere thank you to our partners in this webinar, QLED, Prior, and Teledyne, and we appreciate your continuous collaboration in the extremely effective work we do together. Thank you so much for your attention, everyone, and we are now happy to take any questions you have in the Q&A session.
Hi everyone, I'm Simon Bush, the Product Manager for Microscopy Products and Projects at Prior Scientific. It's great to present on behalf of Prior at this webinar. Today I'm going to speak about how Prior has helped companies spin out their technology into unique instruments underpinned by our expertise in microscope automation. Prior has long been known for its high-precision microscope automation equipment, but our mission as of 2025 has evolved beyond this in order to provide more complete systems. Our aim with this can be summarized in 5 points. To help research-only and novel microscopy modalities to become mainstream, to make automation the standard for microscopy, to build a design-to-production partnership with our clients from prototype to final product, to use our expertise in production, logistics, compliance, and supply chain to fill gaps in our clients' knowledge, and to contribute to and share in the commercial success of our clients. The majority of our projects start with our OpenStand imaging system development platforms, of which there are 4 variants. The OpenStand U, a generalist system that offers the most imaging modalities, and has been used for both low-end automated microscopes as well as high-end confocal systems. The OpenStand M, a dedicated reflected light focused system in a compact format, ideal for system integrators. The OpenStand L, a large format system that not only caters for large and heavy samples, but also provides reach and clearance in complex setups. And finally, our most popular type that we've sold last year, an inverted system, the OpenStand V, that has been used for both life science and industrial applications. We used an OpenStand U as the basis for our project with Sparta Biodiscovery, a spin-out that have developed a unique laser trapping method. This case study highlights how Prior can help new companies to bring new technology to the market. So who are Sparta Biodiscovery? They aim to develop tools for nanoformulation analysis and quality control for next generation pharmaceuticals. They were a spin out from the Stevens Group at Imperial College London. The technology is underpinned by the research of Dr. Jelle Penders, who is now CEO of Sparta. And as a result of all this work, commencing in 2020, they've now entered into a partnership with Sartorius. What is their instrument, the Aegis one? Sparta stands for Single Particle Automated Raman Trapping Analysis. and it uses a 785 nanometer laser to trap individual nanoparticles in an automated fashion. It uses a customized detector assembly for its analysis, and it contains XYZ motorization from prior that has then been used with dedicated software developed by the Sparta team. The system is used primarily in research as well as in drug discovery, and the system, importantly, is laser safety compliant in multiple markets, in part due to the prior designed interlock system that we put in when creating the system for them. Sparta first contacted us, as I said, in 2020, and they're able to move quickly initially. Since their system required a high-class laser, the OpenStem was integrated directly into a box instrument from the first prototype, alongside the laser and the prior designed interlock electronics. This proof of concept system was essential, as Sparta were wholly reliant on funding to continue the project at this stage. After this rapid start, Sparta needed to develop their business and acquire additional funding. During the nearly 2 years required to move the business forward, the prototype played a big part in Sparta getting funding to place an order for a number of beta units late in 2023. During that 2-year period, Prior provided as much support as needed to plan for the next steps, such as budgets, design revision ideas, and information on compliance testing requirements for the different markets they were targeting. Following successful completion of that compliance testing with the beta units, Sparta ordered their first official production units in 2024. And wanting to expand into the US, they consulted Prior on compliance testing for this market. Prior ultimately facilitated this testing once again, and the last of this batch of units were delivered at the end of 2024. Now looking into this year, we've undergone a number of design changes, and we're very excited to hopefully receive the next order for the next generation of Aegis 1 very, very soon, towards the end of this year. If you'd like to know more, please check out our website, which places our design and productionization capabilities front and center, or contact us for more information. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, I am Aaron Meta-Hill and I'm here today representing the Teledyne Scientific Camera Division. Thank you all for being here today and to learn more about our OEM offering. Now, before we get into that, I thought we'd take a moment to explain who we are. So on the screen right now, you can see the entire Teledyne Digital Imaging Group. And as you can see, it covers a lot of technologies. Our group enable a lot of different imaging applications, from looking at tiny cells through a microscope to entire star systems in deep space. Our group is on the right-hand side in the scientific division. Within this scientific division, we have several companies that you may have heard of, such as Photometrics. However, it's probably easier to break it down by technology. So if we start on the left, we have an entire company dedicated to single element and linear detectors for the IR range. These are the most basic level component we actually sell. And as you can imagine, it is solely focused on OEM integration. Then moving on, we have our scientific CMOS cameras. Some of these products are market-leading research products, but others are actually a huge part of our OEM business, which is almost half of all of our camera business, actually. Here, we really specialize in having the best image quality and the best reliability on the market. The reliability being a crucial part of our ability to be a premier OEM provider. Here, we mainly provide off-the-shelf cameras, as well as some custom products and some private label options too. Then we have our deep-cooled CCD cameras. We've been manufacturing CCD cameras for decades, and within Teledyne, we actually manufacture all of the CCD sensors that you're likely familiar with too. We specialize in low noise through our deep cooling, and also we offer lifetime vacuum seals on all of these products, which again is very attractive for an OEM component. And our CCD offering spans both imaging and spectroscopy, the latter being a big space for us and also rapidly growing with particular markets. Last and by no means least, we also manufacture scientific grade SWIR cameras using InGaAs sensors, which is another growing space for us. in particular because we will soon be launching a scientific SWIR camera, which will use a unique sensor that we've manufactured ourselves. This is going to overcome a lot of issues associated with InGaAs that prevent its use in scientific applications, primarily related to the high levels of noise. These cameras are also both used for imaging and spectroscopy, and the use cases for these applications are seemingly growing every day. With this range within our group, we have the largest and most diverse imaging offering of any company, really, combining the different technologies as well as the market knowledge we've built up over the years. So, how does this relate to the other companies on this webinar? Well, in its simplest form, we have here a very basic diagram of a high-end confocal microscope. This one in particular is made up with accessories from our partners. You have the microscope, a confocal unit, light source, and then our cameras on the left-hand side. And this is typically how a lot of research microscopes are built up, with third-party accessories. Not to oversimplify things, but when talking about instruments that we provide OEM components for, and in this case I mean our cameras are likely hidden within a closed system, it is pretty much the same combination of components. When building a microscopy-based instrument, you still need those separate components that you saw in the previous system. But in this case, you'll still need an objective, a stage, light source, etc. And for us, most importantly, these systems often require a detector. So this example really highlights our message that when building a system like this, why wouldn't you look to the top companies in the research market to find high-quality OEM components? All of the companies on the OEM network fall into that same category of serving the scientific community, both direct to research and within instruments like this, where you may never know they're being used. Now, as much as I would like to share some information about customers that use our OEM products, that is all confidential. However, I can give you an insight into some of the use cases and applications where we have success. Now, for our SCMOS products, we specialize in high throughput systems, whether it be speed, large imaging areas, or both. And that is an area where we are the best option out there. We do all of this whilst avoiding any compromises on image quality too. Spatial omics and high content screening are two areas where our products fit really well because of the throughput. Also, applications that require large imaging areas as well as high speed, such as light sheet microscopy or voltage imaging, are other key applications for our OEM products. We also have some products that address wider imaging areas, such as live cell imaging, through more widely used optical systems where the large area might not be as accessible. And more recently, we've released some entry-level products aimed at lower cost systems. For our CCDs, that deep cooling I mentioned before is a necessity for certain instruments, such as in vivo imaging systems for small animals. We have some of the lowest noise cameras out there, which also helps drive completely other different areas, such as astronomy. A more relevant area for this is chemiluminescence-based systems, such as gel documentation or Western blot instruments, as well as other techniques that are used for immunoanalysis and toxicology. That's also something where we're able to address this with our CMOS cameras, as we've been able to get very, very low noise on our new CMOS products, which helps facilitate the end of life of certain Sony CCDs that are really popular in this space. And then finally, as I mentioned before, we have a lot of use cases within spectroscopy. Here we have another big advantage in that we also provide CCD coatings, which can provide better sensitivity in the near infrared, things like Raman spectroscopy, or in the complete opposite direction for the UV. Both the near infrared and the UV are really useful for material science applications within the semiconductor market, for example, which is also a growing area for us, both with spectroscopy and hyperspectral approaches. There's a lot of information to get through today in a very short amount of time. So of course, if there are any specific questions, you can get in touch with me directly or find out more on our website. A lot of our OEM capabilities are not explicitly mentioned on our website, which is why we always prefer some direct contact to truly discuss what we can offer. Thank you all for your time, and I hope to hear from some of you soon.
Fantastic. Well, I hope you guys got some good information from that. We have got a lot of questions coming during that, so I can't guarantee that we're going to get through all of them because I'm conscious of time. But as I said at the start, this is being recorded, and if we don't answer your question now, we will get to it and get back to you as soon as we can after it. Start at the top as one for Cooled. If Marina, you want to take that?
Yep. Great question. How can we begin a conversation about an OEM project with your company? Love that question. Just reach out to me. I think that's be your first point of call. Following this webinar, you'll get the email addresses of all the panelists here. And if you have any question, even if it's down the line, ages away, just pop me an email and we can progress from there.
Question for Prior. You see that one, Simon, about objective lenses?
Yeah. So how many objective lenses does our open stand hold? So we have a motorized 6-position nose piece. That's the maximum you can have currently. But we're not beholden to any specific objective manufacturer. We can support RMS threads, M25s from Nikon, M27s from Zeiss, M32s for the dark field objectives as well, and from Leica. So really, it's just about telling us what objectives you want to use, or if you want us to help you make a good choice with those. I'll carry on because I can see there are a few more for Prior. That's okay. An interesting question. I want to ask Prior, what sorts of industrial applications do you serve with an inverted system? So it's a good question because it is quite unusual. We've done inverted semiconductor scopes looking at 8 and 12-inch semiconductor wafers with our inverted system. Equally, I think traditional polished industrial samples that you might use with other metrology inverters can also be used with the OpenStand V. And finally, do we manufacture custom design solutions for our clients from scratch or based on your existing solutions? So as I alluded to in the presentation, the OpenStand is really a jumping off point for OEM projects, and they can evolve in all sorts of different directions. Some clients stick quite closely to the OpenStand and the kind of core product range that Prior has, with minor tweaks here and there, and other customers find out quite quickly that they like the Prior architecture. They're getting on really well with the test equipment that they've purchased for themselves as a prototype, but they know as they go into full production they're going to need something a lot different, and we can do that as well. I guess what I would say is, the Prior products, Prior stages in particular, are renowned for a reason. The technology that underpins them is really, really excellent. And just because your OEM device might be based off of something that already exists doesn't mean there isn't a benefit to that. You're getting a product that is based off a stage, for example, with a 5-year warranty that we happen to know will last in the field for considerably longer than that, depending on how it's being used as well. So, yeah, I guess the summary of that answer is either or. You can either stick quite close to what's on offer, or you can really go down the rabbit hole with design with Prior.
Thank you, Simon. So there's a couple there for Crest as well, if you want to take them, Sonia.
Yes, thank you. So I was wondering whether you would distribute your product globally. How can I find out where I can buy your solutions in my region? So yes, we are distributing globally through a very much capillary network of distributors we rely on, and we fully train before they can take on our products. If you are unsure where you can buy our solution in your region, don't hesitate to email me or at info@crestoptics.com. I'll connect you to the business development manager managing our regions, APAC, EMEA, and Americas, and they will be able to match your needs with the right distributors for your region, meaning depending on which kind of microscopes, which kind of application and solution you're looking for, then we can definitely match you with the right distributors. And if you're willing to instead start a brand new project, you will be directed to the people who are like taking on a brand new project, either hybrids or OEM, which we have in our headquarters in Rome. And the second question, out of your current product range, which solutions have you seen most often applied in high throughput imaging workflows, and what makes them particularly suited for that application? So definitely in our current portfolio, like the X-Lite V3 has the largest field of view in the market and is a dual camera solution. So for high throughput imaging is the most suitable one and can allow you to do fast imaging in multiple colors simultaneously, and also to cover the major area in the least amount of time, keeping also in mind that the exposure time also it's very short, so we can really scan very vast areas. And another perks is the use of low magnification and high magnification objective lenses, so you can really fast scan in low magnification and then go higher magnification when you found the region of your interest. So definitely the X-Lite V3 at the moment.
Lovely. Thank you, Sona. Maybe a couple of minutes. There's a few there for Teledyne as well. So Aaron, take your pick.
Yep, I'll get to them all very quickly. There's a question about neuroscience. All of our cameras are used in some form of neuroscience imaging. Broadly speaking, the faster ones are probably more popular. So the Prime BSI Express, good value for money, highly sensitive. But the Kinetics camera, which comes in two forms, big and small. It's either used for looking at something large, lots of high context dynamics with high speed, or regioning down to the small chip for super high speed, things like voltage imaging and optogenetics. Board level custom options. Yes, we do both. We have board level cameras that are passively cooled, and we do custom housing. Either it's a mechanical change, or we also do private labeling. So some cameras out there, you probably would never know they're actually manufactured by us. And how flexible are we on software? We have support for most of our cameras in most software applications for microscopy. Some of them have been mentioned before, maybe on an early session, like all the big microscope companies, the Nikon, Leica, Evident Zeiss, some other third-party ones like VisiView and Inscoper. For OEM, we have full support in Linux. We have a full-time Linux developer in Europe, as well as any software support for any commercial applications. So the short answer is very flexible.
So thank you, Aaron. We do have a few more questions, but I think we're possibly going to run out of time, and I don't want to keep you guys any longer than you've spent with us. But again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you again to Teledyne and Crest for all the work that's gone into this as well. We'll be in touch in a couple of days with an email with a link to this recording, and any questions that we didn't get to answer now, we'll answer them separately, kind of in our own time. But thank you very much. Have a great evening or morning or wherever you are joining us from. And I'll bid you farewell. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.